Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for July 13th. July 13th is the 194th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 195th in leap years, with 171 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is cheval de frise. Plural is chevaux de frise. Cheval de frise. This is an obstacle typically made of wood, covered with barbed wire or spikes used to block the advancing enemy. It can be a line of nails, spikes, or broken glass set on top of a wall or railing to deter intruders. In French, cheval de frise means Frisian horse. The Frisians fought predominantly using cavalry. They were known for being formidable horsemen, and Frisian horses were renowned for their strength and agility. Therefore, for defense, they relied heavily on anti-cavalry obstacles. The Dutch also adopted the use of these defensive devices when at war with Spain. The term cheval de frise came to be used for any spiked obstacle, such as broken glass embedded in mortar at the top of a wall. Alrighty, and we're going to start with journalist and French physician and revolutionary Jean-Paul Marat was assassinated in his bathtub on July 13, 1793. There's the Carabinieri, the National Gendarmerie of Italy, was established on July 13, 1814. Best I could determine, the Carabinieri are something like a special forces type branch or arm of the Italian armed forces, maybe like Green Berets or Navy SEALs. On this date in 1923, the Hollywood sign was dedicated in Los Angeles, originally built as an advertisement for the Hollywood Land housing community. The landmark has since become an icon of the entertainment industry. Over the years, the sign was subject to a conspiracy to steal its letters. The deterioration and loss of the H and two O's, and ultimately adoption by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which later dropped the land portion of the sign. This is the birthday of American celebrity chef and author Paul Prudhomme, born July 13, 1940. His specialties were Creole and Cajun cuisines. He owned and operated several restaurants in New Orleans, launched a line of seasoning blends and spice products, wrote 11 cookbooks. Chef Paul Prudhomme lived to the age of 75. Today's song is Rock Your Baby by George McRae, number 1 on July 13, 1974. George had been in a band in his late teens and in 1963 met his wife Gwen, got married, and joined the Navy. When he got out of the Navy, he was planning to go to college to study law enforcement. He was approached by Richard Finch and Harry Wayne Casey of Casey and the Sunshine Band about a song they'd written. It couldn't quite reach the high notes required for this song. Everybody involved had pegged George's wife Gwen for the song, but she was late for the recording session, so George recorded it alone. I feel a little tension there. Do you feel a little tension? George and Gwen ended up divorcing in 1976, so maybe. Of interest to note, though, this song served as an inspiration to John Lennon for Whatever Gets You Through the Night and ABBA's Dancing Queen. Rock Your Baby was recorded in 1973 and released in June of 1974 and became one of the first hits of the disco era in 1974, selling an estimated 11 million copies worldwide, topping the charts in the US and the UK. Rock Your Baby by George McRae, number 1 on July 13, 1974. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble and BitChute. all those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Microphone over there. Hello. Okay. With 202 days remaining to the end of the world. End of the year. Please, not the end of the world. 202 days remaining to the end of the year. Let's read that one again. Yep, it is. That's what it's called. All right. Third time better be a charm. There's no "the" there. One more time. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. Yeah, we're gonna edit that out. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.